Hi there. If you're receiving this email, including this video, that means that you now have access to the RSO Management Officer training on EngageBSU. Today, we're going to be talking about what important features there are in training to understand how to complete this, what this then means to have access and knowledge for student organizations, and anything in between. Please note if you have any questions in regards to training, you can always reach out to your CSE advisor or to our student engagement assistants by emailing bsuinvolved@bridgew.edu. As for today, we're going to jump on in that if you're receiving this, that means you're either the president or an officer of a student organization. For all presidents listening, if you have additional officers that could benefit from taking this training, if they have any hand in event planning, or really should be understanding what our processes are for student organizations, please connect with your CSE advisor so we can get them access to the RSO management page. For anyone who is here, that means that you currently already have access to this page or on our roster and will have access to this training right now. If you do not, please again email bsuinvolved@bridgew.edu and we can help you out. For the time being, let's jump on in so I can show you where you're heading to. So right now we're on the EngageBSU website. So you're going to go up to engage.bridgew.edu and you're going to log in with your BSU credentials, so your username and password to jump on in. Right here is what your page will look like. This may be over to the side, so you can pop that right on out, as we will be coming down here under My Checklists. Most likely, your number could be very different from other people, but you'll see that once we click on in there could be different options for different checklists. One of the checklists that we're going to be talking about today right here is the RSO Management Officer training. There are 12 components in regards to this training. So if this is the only checklist that you have in this feature, you may see a 12 right on over here, as this is directly correlated to how many checklist items you have personally on your EngageBSU account. For this right here in this training we'll chat about really quickly is you'll notice that as you scroll on down, there's a lot of written information. But there also is going to be a few different features that I'll point out, that there may be some emails that are linked in, important information, there could be additional documents, and as we scroll on down, I'll also show you some videos. So I just want to point out of every feature in this training that could be of help for y'all going through this. So this first section, you're going to be learning about your CSE advisors as well as the student engagement assistants. So make sure to read on through this entire section to better understand. And then you're going to go up here and submit this form. Once you submit that, you will then have access as you scroll on down to the next checklist item right on over here. Excuse me, zoomed right on past it. This is your second item right here. As you can see, it is currently blocked out as you can't get to it yet, and I'm trying to click right here and it's not happening because you do have to complete the one above that to get right on here to your next step. Once you do that, this right here, all organization presidents will be asked to schedule a meeting with a student engagement assistant by attending in RSU 103. It'll map it out right in here once you click on in there. But this is only for student organization presidents. That's why it's listed as optional. As everyone else who is taking this training who is not a president, you may skip right on past that, check that off, and scooch right on down to organization management part of our training. The next section, you'll see in different parts there will be many videos that we highly recommend. Please, that is the point of training, is clicking right on these right here. And so I'll point out right here, there's one you can jump on in, and it's going to bring you over to different videos that you can watch. These videos will help you through all of your training so you can better understand how to use EngageBSU forwards and backwards and really make sure that you can help to train your officers of your group as well. So back here, we're right back to the training. You'll notice that what you can do is check off. It's really going to be up to you to better understand, and really as a trust system of understanding, like I understand how to update my roster from this feature, so you can check that off and gain access to your next section. That is how this training is going to run, because we're really looking for our student organizations and our leaders to take the initiative to really want to understand how to use this website. And that means going through this honestly, watching the videos, and doing training exactly how you would like to better yourself. So you'll see some are as easy as that. You can check it right on after watching the video. Other sections, you'll notice that as you scroll on down, accessing money right here, for example, you'll scroll on down and right here you'll notice that there is a video that's populated rather than a link. This video is required to be watched. We do have a few in here that is a requirement to be able to move on to the next section. So this is one of them. And then once you are complete with watching that video, you'll then be able to move on to the next section, and you'll get, you'll get the points for moving on and a completion check mark on this section. So then down to our next section, there's 8 components of functioning as a student organization. Similarly, you're going to scroll on down. You're going to have some information to read. There's some videos right here to watch and helpful links to better understand if you want to look at the forms we're talking about. The next section, we're going to scroll on down a bit more. You'll see here is another required video. This one's required. So once you finish getting there, you'll have access to the next section of training down here as SGA budget requests. Again, I'm just scrolling through these really quickly because we ask for you to read through these, watch the videos that are in here that'll help you understand EngageBSU. But some of the sections, as I mentioned at the top one, and we're going to show you in the next section as well, when you scroll on down to money collection, fundraising, donations, and raffles, this is some really important information that we need y'all to understand. That includes right here, there's a video about the program detail request and putting in a request for fundraising, and there's going to be a quiz over here that associates with this information. Additionally, when you scroll on down, keep on going. It looks like a lot of reading, so please take your time on understanding what information's in here. This is a self-paced training right in here, so please don't feel pressured to zoom right through, but it is really great if you do have the time and opportunity to sit down, really understand, ask the questions you need to our student engagement assistants, and get through this training so you can be best prepared to actually hold events as a group. The next section, it's going to be about movies and TV and making sure that you get the compliance for copyright information. We have a required video right here for that. And this is specifically, sorry, I jumped ahead. This is for event registration. We have a required video right here because every event, program, anything having to do with organizations as well as meetings have to be registered on EngageBSU. So this will be a very, very key feature in a video to help you through that process. As a last step of our training down here, it's an event check-in and tracking attendees. This is just some helpful tools on EngageBSU and how to track those that are attending your meetings, also your events, just so you have that information. But right on over here, you'll see there's a submit quiz. This is a catch-all quiz that through all of the different 12 sections that we zoomed through in this, that I ask you to read through, watch every video that's associated with every section. This quiz will be just a little follow-up to make sure that you understand everything that we've talked about through this entire training. So as I zoom all the way through all of this, it looks like a lot of reading, but as you'll notice up the top, as I started to check off different sections, it'll track your completion through this program. I do want to put in a disclaimer that right now we do have 12 sections in here, and we do have only a little bit of a touch point on the Student Government Association budget requests, and things having to do with finances is very just a light, brief intro. So we may potentially be adding more sections into this training, and you'll notice that your number over here will signify that. So if you see anything in your checklist section, that can indicate to you to come on over here and see what has been put in there for you as a scheduled component to complete. So this was just a brief intro to let y'all know that right here on EngageBSU, your training is now available to jump on in, understand our processes. But please, if you have any questions, feel free to email bsuinvolved@bridgew.edu or reach out to your CSE advisor, which you'll be learning about right in here in your training. We hope you have a great day.